In this video, I'm going to show you how to use alchemy in the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. This guide's aimed at the beginner level and it's going to cover the benefits of alchemy, how to actually make potions, how to level your skills, as well as providing some tips on how to easily locate ingredients to level your alchemy as quickly as possible at the end of the video. So why bother with alchemy in the first place? Well, the potions provided can actually have a massive impact on gameplay, providing a whole range of buffs to your character as well as substantial health and magicka restoration. And there's even some quite powerful damaging effects that can be used on your enemies. This is all particularly useful if you want to play at the higher difficulty levels, where your character's performance really starts to matter. So let's start with how to actually make potions. It's a pretty simple process. You just need to locate a pestle and mortar, which can actually be done as early as the tutorial in the Imperial Sewers, and then you just need to right click it in your inventory. This will open up the alchemy window. You can then select ingredients that you wish to combine in order to make a potion. Before you commit to creating the potion, you'll be given a preview of the effects of that potion, which will be based on the ingredients that you're using. To discover different potions, you could just experiment with the ingredients yourself and work out which combinations will yield which potions. Or you could alternatively look at an alchemy calculator, such as the one provided by UESP, the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages. This calculator is going to give you the outcome of any combination of ingredients. To find it, you can just Google UESP alchemy calculator, and I'm pretty sure there's probably other calculators out there as well. Of course, all potions are not created equal, and you can actually increase the strength effects, duration effects, and the gold value of the potions themselves. And this can be done in two key ways. Firstly, you can use special apparatus, and secondly, you can increase your alchemy skill level. Let's take a look at both, starting with the apparatus. Oh, and do let me know in the comments how many Americans I just triggered by using the British pronunciation of apparatus. In total, there are 4 different pieces of apparatus in-game that can enhance your alchemy. We actually already mentioned the first one, the mortar and pestle, which, as well as being the basic apparatus that allows you to use alchemy at all, it also offers an increase to your alchemy skill. Secondly, you have the retort, which you can add to increase the magnitude of all positive effects and the durations of every potion you create. Thirdly, you have the calcinator, which increases the magnitude and duration of all positive and negative effects of the potions you create. And finally, you can add an alembic, which decreases the magnitude and duration of all negative effects. Using multiple apparatus is very simple, you just have to have them in your inventory, and you'll know if they're working because you'll see them appear in the alchemy window when you open it. It's also worth noting that all 4 pieces of equipment can be used together to combine their effects. Adding both a retort and calcinator is going to maximise the strength and duration of all positive effects, and adding an alembic will allow you to reduce the negative effects that have been further enhanced by the calcinator. The degree to which any apparatus improves your potions depends on its level. There are actually 5 different levels of apparatus that you can either purchase from a vendor or find when you're out exploring, for example, in a dungeon. These levels are novice, apprentice, journeyman, expert, and master. It's actually the level of your character, not the level of your alchemy skill, that's going to dictate the level of apparatus available to you from both vendors and via exploration. I'll put the levels up on screen so you can quickly pause the video and review. To get yourself started, as we already mentioned, you can actually loot a novice pestle and mortar in the sewers during the tutorial, and you can very quickly expand to having a full set of novice apparatus by going to Cloud Ruler Temple and becoming a member of the Blades. Once you've joined the Blade, you'll be able to freely loot the equipment found in Cloud Ruler Temple, or alternatively, you could just steal it. Don't get caught though. Once again, higher level equipment won't only improve the strength and duration of potions, it's also going to allow you to make more gold when selling potions, so keep that in mind. However, to make the most powerful potions, you can't rely on apparatus alone. You're also going to need to level up your alchemy skill. And how do you level up your alchemy skill? Well, it's pretty simple really and fairly obvious. You need to make potions. Every time you do, you're going to gain some experience in your alchemy skill. Additionally, you can also eat ingredients for a smaller experience boost to your alchemy skill. And this also has the benefit of providing buffs to your character that are going to differ depending on the non-food ingredient that you consume. As your alchemy skill increases, you'll work through the skill ranks of novice, apprentice, journeyman, expert, and master. And as you do so, you'll gain a number of benefits from your increased skill. You'll be able to identify more effects from your ingredients, you'll be able to produce stronger potions with longer durations, and you'll eventually be able to create potions with a lower number of ingredients. This can be a pretty good one for making gold. On top of this, you'll also gain stronger effects from the non-food ingredients that you eat. Again, you'll see I've put the levels on screen and you can pause to review if you want to. In order to level your alchemy, you are of course going to need a lot of ingredients, so I'll finish the video with some tips on where to find them. Ingredients can be found all over the world in Oblivion, and unlike in many other games, you won't only be using herbs for alchemy. You can throw all kinds of ingredients into your potions, including food. So a good general tip is just to loot every ingredient you come across in your travels. You'll come across food and other ingredients in dungeons, houses, the various guilds that you can join, just about everywhere to be honest. Just grab everything you can find and ideally go and store it all in a player house if you're not going to use it immediately, as otherwise it's going to weigh you down. You can check out my player housing video for more information on how to get hold of a cheap house with some storage. Just looting everything you come across is going to give you a really natural way to level alchemy whilst just exploring the world and completing quests as normal. However, if you really want to make a special trip to gather as many ingredients as you can, then the best place to go is farms. There are a number of farms that you can come across in the game. For example, I'm currently in one that's just to the west of Skingrad, and they're absolutely packed with ingredients that can give you a significant boost to your alchemy leveling. There's also a whole load of food that is available to you inside of player houses, and even in one case, in the house in Skingrad, you can get your maid to create food for you, basically giving you an unlimited source. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video has given you a basic understanding of how alchemy works and where you can find some ingredients to get started. I've got a whole bunch of other Oblivion guides on my channel, so if that's something you're interested in, then maybe consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.